move on your own. Ouija moves, dancing in the end zone. Crush crew, all we do is get dubs. Hate to lose, we can do this all day. No snooze, only get it poppin' if you saying that you poppin', dog. Never will I lose to a dude, just won't happen, y'all. Call a deep pass, watch flash, what you crying for? Gonna pass a chest, better yet, put on up quick. Hear them hating from the side. Twitch watch, I guess you say it's about time. TikTok, FNG, where we at? On top. Other leagues can't win. Flip flop. I wanna be a champion. Race in the jungle. All my life can't have to fight.
What's going on, FNG? Welcome back to FNG Podcast Show. Madden 20, about to go into Season 4. As always, name is Big Boy Deal, the Browns owner. We got a full show, a packed house tonight. We're going to have people in the waiting room, people coming in, coming out. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. The playoffs, the Super Bowl, Season 4 predictions, all this stuff. So, with that being said, as always, let me add these guys in. I'm going to start with the triple OG/triple OG, Mr. Tony Tranks.
Greetings, everyone. Good to be here. Hey, Dill.
Yes.
Do not announce the champion until after we review the playoffs. This way, it's a surprise for everyone watching who's not a part of the league. First, it's just, you see, if you tell people who won, then, you know, everything, all the information we get is not important. So delay it if you can.
Yes, sir. The Browns won the Super Bowl. Anyway, so all right. The Denver's owner, Mr. Cole. Yes,
I can't
sir.
hear Tony. I can't hear Tony.
Yeah, you got to kick him out and bring him back.
All right, try it again.
Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Mr. Cole? Because
right.
Generally, it's the issue with the guy that can't
Right.
hear. Yeah.
All right. This guy that put up a bogus trade, the Dirty Bengals, Stephen Billups. Can you hear me?
What up? What up? Yeah, you good.
You're good.
We loud
All
and
right,
clear,
man.
Don't be
Yes,
trying
sir.
to renege on our deal, man.
Man, kick rocks.
You should have heard my reaction. When I saw that, I was like, what the F? What is this? We'll talk about it when we get on the show. But
Yeah, because my phone was
good.
blowing. My phone was blowing up. I'm like, you really trading all those? Like, what are you talking about? All
I
right.
figured as one of the owners of the Browns, I can submit trades for them as well. So
that makes sense.
I'll bring him back. Anyway, forget him. The Chargers owner, Harris.
What's going on, everybody? How you feeling?
What's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
sure.
also, last but not least, we got my dude, Cincinnati's own, the Seattle Seahawks, Matt, a.k.a.
What's going on, y'all?
a.k.a. Praise on him, a.k.a. Give Me That, a.k.a. Almost a 360. Welcome, gentlemen. So, what are we going to start with, Tranks? What are we going to start with first?
Well, the last time we talked, we were just going into the playoffs, and I would like to go over the playoff games because the show we wanted to have, we didn't have. So, anyone who's not part of the league that's watching the show has no idea who won in the playoffs, has no idea who won the Super Bowl. So, I like to keep the Super Bowl winner to the side until we actually get to the Super Bowl and talk about it.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about it. So, what didn't we talk about, or is it?
Wild card. Got the wild card games.
Wild card,
the first week.
divisional, conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotta go through the whole shebang.
Let's go there.
Well, let's talk about the first game that was pretty much, without question, the easiest one-sided victory. The Bengals at Texans.
Man, what happened there, Billups? You kicked butt.
hey, no, it was a good game. It was an honor to be back in the playoffs with the Bengals. I was excited getting there. Got to go against another one of our newcomers, in the league. So congratulations to the Texans owner, which I believe is Waylon Felton.
Correct.
So it was definitely, I had a strong end to my season, the regular season, and my hope was to put on a show, during the playoffs. So
You definitely did.
First round was solid. Was able to kind of do what I wanted to do for the most part throughout the game. So I had a lot of success, running the ball, and I just stuck with it when I saw that it was working. He came in with a very, very high-powered passing attack, and I was able to, for the most part, shut that down. And kind of forced him to do some things I want him to do in the game, and end up leading to a solid victory.
Yeah, 28-0 by half. You pretty much dominated. You scored 10 points in the second half, and he only scored 7 in the fourth quarter for the entire game. So, excellent game. Way to dominate. Going on to the next wild card game over into the NFC. I guess we talk about another blowout, essentially. Philadelphia goes to Washington and gets beat 50-10. Anybody watch this game? Because this game looked like it was never close.
Golly.
I turned it off like the second quarter. It was over. I turned it off.
Eagles scored 3 points in the second quarter and 7 points in the fourth. Washington was 7, 15, 14, 14. It was a whooping. And that's another team that came in hot and they won the division. I think they lost to the Panthers just before the end of the season. But I think that was more they were trying to do some gamesmanship and not show anything.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen from Zay over the season, especially the last 4 or 5 games, he was just coming into his own. McLaurin got his superstar, I think, at the time, so he was really using it a lot. So that's that other blowout of the playoffs, of the wild card round. We have the Patriots at Bills, and I watched this game. Okay, I believe when I saw this game, it was the best playoff game I'd ever seen. That's how many score changes and how many different lead changes there were in this game. And for a second there, I actually thought the Bills were going to lose this game with the way the Patriots were playing. And, Dorian kind of showed himself the champion that he was and just took the game over with turnovers and defense. And he started running the ball. Justin Jackson, 20 carries, 133 yards, 4 touchdowns, pretty much took over that game. Anybody have any other insight on that game?
Yeah, it was really. It was a good game for sure. I think both owners, the Bills and the Patriots, both were named Dorian. So I'll say that Dorian for the Patriots owner definitely he showed he was a playoff team and a well-deserved playoff team.
Yes,
Finished
he did.
the season strong with the big victory over the Browns, the earnest spot, and he definitely contended throughout that game.
Just had to bring that up, huh?
Dorian
on the womb, huh?
Owner,
That's okay.
The season, I think he was on an 11-game win streak or somewhere near that. So he was definitely one of the hottest teams. So the Patriots definitely held their own and just came up short in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But it was a great game to watch, and I was on the edge of the seat the entire game, and I didn't expect it to be that good.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the entire game. Yeah. So moving right along, the only other game left is 49ers at Vikings. Traveled on the road to play Gelatinous Cube, Mr. Kyle Barrett, and quite honestly, I got out the gates pretty hot. And really, Garoppolo had a perfect quarterback rating in this game. So that should tell you pretty much. I was 5 for 6, 153 yards, 1 touchdown. Pretty much did what I wanted. I ran the ball well. Yeah, I did. I had 8 carries for 215 yards, averaged 26 yards a carry with 4 touchdowns. Yeah. So I was able to do what I wanted to do, and and most people saw this who watched the game. I kind of benched my starters and just cruised to the end. Now he made it kind of close. It was ended up being 42-39, Niners over Vikings, but
he made it real close.
I didn't really feel like I wasn't worried at all. There wasn't. My only opponent at that point after halftime was the clock.
Yeah, I watching the game. I felt like you took a step back. I felt like you was you were up, I don't know, 21, 24 maybe, somewhere in that. I mean, you were up 3-4 scores easily at the beginning of the second half.
42-21. I was up 42-21.
Yeah, so I feel like you took your foot off the gas a little bit. He made it close to real at the end of the game. Don't know if he really felt like he had a chance to win. I can't remember. Did he have the ball with down 3 at all, or was he?
No, he missed the onside kick, and
okay, so
pretty much that was it.
Yeah,
if he'd have got the onside kick, it might have got interesting.
Yeah,
but I mean, to be honest with you, I stopped playing defense. I wouldn't say stop playing defense because he did make some good plays, but I just like I didn't want to get anyone injured. Didn't want to get anyone injured, and was focused on the next game. And just played hard enough not to lose that game.
Yeah,
you know,
but
some bad luck would have changed things, but it was a good win.
Good win.
So I guess we're moving on to the divisional round.
Yeah. Overall, I don't think there wasn't any upsets, I would say, in the division round. There were some teams that were lower seeds, but I think for the most part, everybody we thought would won in the wild card. Agreed?
I agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Everyone that I picked to win won that game. Yep. And I picked you to actually win late, and I didn't expect you to win early. Like, dominate the way you did. You dominated, but I picked every winner so far. Yeah. So
you even picked the Seahawks?
We're in the wild card.
You didn't play in the wild card.
I'm just messing with you, Tony.
I damn sure didn't pick you. But I will say this though, I was definitely rooting for some people to lose in this, and that didn't work out. So moving on to the divisional round.
Hey, you funny, bro.
I figured you would get that. But moving on, we go to see how we'll start with the NFC this time.
Yeah.
Redskins rematch with the Panthers. Redskins travel to
all the games in the divisional round were rematches from the regular season, by the way.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And this one ended up being a close one. And this is one game that I did not see. So could somebody tell me how the game went?
I didn't see it to the fourth quarter, honestly. It was 5 minutes left. And it was actually tied up. I forgot what the score was when it was tied up. I think it was 31-31, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Redskins, actually, no, the Panthers scored, and Zay had to drive down the field. That's the Redskins, by the way. Had to drive down the field to come back, and he wound up scoring. I forgot exactly how he scored, though. But all in all, the Panthers, it was about a minute left. The Panthers tried to go ahead and drive down the field. Threw an interception. I believe it was who was free safety? Eric Berry picked the ball off and ran it back to about the 30 or probably about the 40-yard line or so. Probably about 20 seconds left or so. Zay went ahead through a nice corner route to the left side of the field, got out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Drained a little clock, kicked the field goal for the win.
Now, the one thing that stands out in this game to me, just looking at the stats. Boston Scott, who kind of subbed for McCaffrey most of the season, he pretty much got he almost was the rushing leader for most of the season because McCaffrey was hurt. He got time in this game, and I talked to Zay either yesterday or the day before. He said he knocked McCaffrey out early, like second carry, knocked him out. And Scott had got 209 yards on 13 carries, but Geis pretty much on 23 carries had 202 yards in the touchdown. So the run game was really, really strong in that one. But it was good to see that the Redskins were able to pull that one out. Unfortunately for the Panthers, the win during the season didn't work out in the divisional round for them.
Yeah.
So moving on to the AFC, we have the Buffalo Bills at the Ravens. You said that they played earlier in the season. Did anybody know who won that game?
The Ravens won the game during the regular season.
Okay. So did anyone predict this game?
This was a good game. I didn't have no prediction. I was neutral on it, but this was a great game. Actually, me and you both watched this game, I believe.
Right.
And Dorian, man, he was playing lights out, man. Offensively, he was making great reads, running the ball perfectly. I couldn't even predict where he might have gone with the ball. Of course, the Ravens was sticking with him a little bit. Actually, I believe Dorian got up on him first, right? He went ahead and got ahead of him.
Yeah, he was up 7-3, and then it was 14-3, and then there was 14 consecutive points in the second quarter to give them a 17-14 lead at the half. The Ravens.
Yeah. He fought hard in this game. He was it was a great game. They were going back and forth at one point, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed this. This is one of the best playoff games I've seen.
Yeah.
It was a fun game to watch. I believe it was back and forth all the way through the fourth quarter. I think it was a late turnover by the Bills, and then a late score by the Ravens to go up 2 scores, I believe. Can't remember. Was it a 2-score touchdown? Was it a 2-score victory?
Yeah, 38-24.
14 points.
Yeah, so I think that it was a late touchdown by the Ravens to put them up 2 scores, but it was definitely a highly competitive game. It was fun to watch.
Yeah,
a lot of good things, happen, but as the Ravens typically do, I think a lot of people know kind of what's coming, but it's one of the things that you see coming, and it's really, really hard to stop. So he's still kind of that quick hitter. He got some quick touchdowns, and when he got a lead, he was able to hold on to it in the fourth.
Yeah, he had an important post pass to Samuel that got him deep for a score. But it was another great game to watch that Dorian Gray was in. He's had two great games. Yeah. He had some really good games this playoff, and unfortunately, he just didn't have enough to beat the Ravens, who have had a lot of playoff success in the past 3 seasons. So it was a good game to watch. Next game let's go to the NFC. The 49ers at Seahawks. This was a lot closer than the score you would lead it to be. But Matt, why don't you tell us how the game turned out and how you end up winning that game?
I don't even remember, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. All I remember is I really don't remember. I just remember. I don't know. I can't tell you nothing about that game. I can tell you nothing about that game.
Well, I could tell you how it felt to be in that game. It was a nail biter. It was close. It was a lot of defense, and the one thing I can say about you is your defense, especially your click-on skills, are really good. There were several tackles you made in there that, in my opinion, were touchdown-saving tackles. Especially when I was running the ball, I think you did a great job limiting Matt Breida to 97 yards. You know what I mean? On 17 carries when he just had 200 and something yards on 8 carries. So you really did well keeping yourself in the game, and I believe the game was close. And I believe that it came down to really one play.
Oh yeah, the fumble. Fumble that happened. Yeah, I do remember that.
Just so everyone knows, it was a 3 wide receiver set with a wide receiver in the slot on the left side, and it was a stretch play, and where you have an RPO option to throw the little bubble pass to this guy in the slot, and I had Goodwin in the slot, and Goodwin rolled out to the side to catch the ball. He had his hands up, the ball hit him in his face mask, fell to the ground, and his cornerback hit my guy. Tackled him, and he picked the ball up and literally ran that thing down for 80 yards all the way to the 4 or 5 yard line. And with Matt's offense, it's going to be damn near impossible to keep him from scoring that close to the end zone. So it was spotted him way too many yards. I turned the ball over actually too many times in that game. I think that was another key to his victory, just for somebody who was playing him. So it was the pick that I threw when I was inside the 10. And that fumble, I think, were the key to his Matt's victory over me.
And for context, for that fumble that you was talking about, you was actually going to get the lead had you not fumbled the ball.
Yes.
So that's why it's so vital.
Yeah, it was a big play. I guess everybody else enjoyed the game regardless of the outcome. Because I
definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good game. I'll take everybody's silence as agreement.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch. Top owners play each other. I love the gamesmanship and the strategy it takes to put points on the board. I mean, obviously, the OG and Young Buck over here, one of the best owners, in the league. You guys play in the same division, so you guys see a lot of what each other do. So to see you guys, make adjustments. Matt's one of those owners that actually, even though he'll be undefeated most of the year, he changes his offense and defense, throughout, whether it's working or not. So it's always fun to kind of see what nuances and adjustments he makes over on the game, and then how I think you make some of the best in-game decisions. Watching your games, you adapt, extremely well. I think you study your opponent. It's probably one of the best out there. So it was definitely a highly competitive game, and honestly, for me, it was not other close games throughout the playoff, but that was probably one of the funnest games to watch as a fan.
Billups, speaking of adjustments, another, and you're right, I do a lot of film study and I remember a lot of film. Just, something Matt did in this game that got him ahead and made it seem like I was chasing him most of the game. He almost all season had went away from the double tight end strong side I formation he was doing. He did that in the first 2 seasons, I'd say, right? And he took it completely out. He put it back in his game for this game and started running. He ended up getting like that curl route, not curl route, but that swing route
That's
up
a wheel
the field.
route. Yeah, it's a
Wheel
route.
route. Yeah, the wheel route you got to your running back, which was significant. I think you ended up scoring or something good happened out of that at field position. You put that in versus not really running it all season long was big in this game, because I think I did a relatively good job with the Wildcat, but running out of that, your first run was like, I want to say for 40 yards or maybe 30 yards, and then out of the strong side I double tight end, and then the wheel route was another big play you got in the game, and they were crucial plays. So your adjustment, being able to hold some plays back during the season, I've done the same thing, because there was some stuff I was doing to you where you hadn't seen that offense all year long. Like, that's the type of competition and why I'm so happy you're in my division, because I need that push to get better, because you're only as good as your.
Is it really your division?
I'm so happy to have you in my division.
Well, anyway, all right, yeah. Well, we'll move on to the last game in the divisional round. Excellent game, Matt, by you. Cincinnati loses to the Chargers, and we got both owners here. Who wants to talk about that game? 35-16.
You can go ahead, Billups. Tell me exactly what you saw and all that stuff.
He came and took my chain.
Harris punched me in the mouth early. I didn't make enough adjustments, honestly. I mean, it was a well executed game, as he normally does. I can tell you, for me, just doing a little bit of scouting, watching him dominate the league the way he has. I came
perfect
here
season.
A real good run game, and I played some run coverages that I felt like would work for me, but he passed the ball. And I did adapt well, to that, because I kept feeling like he's going to go back to the run, and though he did in some sense, I stayed steady. I'm going to do this to stop the run. I refused. I didn't want to give him 100 yards. I didn't want Gordon to get hot. I knew Gordon was coming off I think he was injured for the last 8 games or so of the season. So I stuck with what I planned on doing the entire game and didn't make any in-game adjustment. And by the time I thought about making adjustments, it was too late. I had a late turnover. I think he was up 14-7 towards the end of the half. I think I threw a pick, which was a dumb pick, but he forced a turnover, got up to the scores, and he's not one of those owners you want to be down 14, 17 points to, trying to come back. So he got up quick. It wasn't a lot I was able to do. I think I had a modest run game, but really was more of a one play, kind of got me some yards, but he did a good job of shutting down the run, kind of forcing me to play one-dimensional. And he just made a lot of big stops. So I got to the red zone a couple times, and if I played aggressive, I probably could have put myself in the game a little bit more than what I was. But I took a punch and I didn't react to it, so I settled for some late field goals to avoid the score being ridiculous. So I took some field goals and tried to play defense, but I couldn't make enough stops or score touchdowns in that game. So he just dominated from go.
Well, just so everyone knows, generally we're online for the other members that are new. We're all in a party watching the game through Mixer or Twitch or whatever the guys decide to use. And I remember being in that party, and we had a couple owners come in the party late and was like, why is he kicking field goals? He's in scoring range, and he can actually make, because your defense was doing just enough to keep you in the game.
Yeah.
You were getting stops, you were getting punts, but it was like those field goals were just like you were settling for field goals versus being more aggressive. And hey, you got to try to stop the momentum shift. So by kicking the field goals, but it felt like a couple more touchdowns, a little bit more aggressive play could have got you back in the game potentially. I mean, it's all ifs and buts, but yeah,
I could have scored touchdowns and I could have got stopped. So I mean,
correct. Very
if it were
true.
that easy, trust me, I would have scored touchdowns.
You're right. You're right.
It's real nice to say that, but I think for me, he was on I'm not sure what the score was. We scored, 20-some straight points. So you mentioned it well. Like, you got to stop the momentum at some point.
Yeah, you're right.
You do got to. So that's just a strategy I use, and you hope things go well after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of stopped the bleeding a little bit. Was able to make some plays on defense, but I could never get over the hump. So
couldn't cash in. Yeah.
3, maybe 4 late field goals. Yes, if they've been touchdowns, it would have been a one-score game. But if was a 5th,
Right.
So, but great job by Harris overall. Like I say, he's been true from jump. I mean, he's proven from the moment he joined the league. One of the top 2 or 3 owners in our league. So
constant champion.
Yeah, it's not easy to score a bunch of touchdowns on him. And then obviously when you're down 2, 3, 4 scores, he's able to make adjustments, and he's not just giving me touchdowns to score either. So his cover 4, he makes a few modifications that are really good. Makes you stop and just you read it a little bit differently than a standard play, and it's just enough time to where you stop and think. And he has great pass rush, and he makes great in-game adjustments. So
he's got a good squad. That helps.
Yeah, him and Matt, they do some great job at making adjustments. So you look at it, and I hear people all the time, and not to be spoiler or anything. A lot of people, they talk about Matt, and they're like, this is what you do to beat Matt. Like, everybody got a plan to beat Matt, right? It always sounds so easy. But it's like it comes down to just execution. So if they're executing what they're doing better than what you are, or if they're a little bit faster, that's the game. And I think him and Matt, you may see them in some cover 4 a lot, or you may see them in a cover 3, but it's not the standard cover 3 or cover 4 that you.
They make a lot of adjustments.
So your adjustments, it's like, okay, the read should be here, but they know where the weak spot is at as well. So they're doing something a little bit different to stop it. So you make your second read, and by the time you get there, they already got a sack. So
they some bullies. That's what they are.
They're great bullies. Great players, and it's something that makes.
I am never called them great, especially this fool right here. He's a bully.
D-ball. I ain't Devo. I ain't Devo. Not at all.
D-ball. I just give credit where credit is due. At the end of the day, like, these guys, they I'm able to be somewhat competitive off of just standard football knowledge, and I think they use that football knowledge to a T, where they make those kind of adjustments to where everyone knows that you can do this route to beat a cover 2, or you can run this play to beat a cover. That's easy. That's easy, But when you make those key adjustments and you know where your weakness is at, and you're able to stop that, to force another read, that's where you take it to the next level. And I think these guys they game a lot, and that's what separates the ones who are good versus the ones who are great. And I like, hands down, Matt and Harris is one of the great ones. So.
Yeah.
Well, everybody got a plan when playing Matt to get that first stiff arm in the mouth. Well, moving on to the conference.
What's the next game?
Conference. We have the Ravens heading into LA to play the Chargers.
Holy Evo.
This was it close?
It's close. It's closer than the score said, man. I feel
tell
like.
us what happened. Will you tell us what's happening in the game, man?
Well, Harris got off early. Pause. Big pause. Wow. But
hey, so he's in it.
Pause. Wow. But nah. Harris got busy early. 14. Yeah. And then, like as the score said, he got the 3 in the second half or whatever. And then he started scoring, it got close, and then Harris took off. Like, the game was close, and like, I don't think Harris was concerned in this game. I felt like he knew he could score, but I don't think he felt like he was gonna lose the game. Like it was that type of game.
Why don't you tell us how you felt in that game, Harris? I mean, that was a big game. He beat you last year in the playoffs, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and I went in there like a pissed off teenager. So I had my usual game plan for him as always. I went ahead and I wanted to get the run started early because he does have a little trouble stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Melvin, he did him. He got off. I believe Eckler even got off a couple times too.
247 yards, 19 carries, 2 touchdowns from Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. Even my third string running back got a touchdown in that. I just wanted to get up ahead early and try to keep him down. With the Ravens, once you go up, you got to keep him down because Eric Lord King, he can score. He can definitely score. And I did slightly take my foot off the gas a little bit, but I like Matt said, I wasn't really concerned. Mm-hmm. And he went ahead and got that one post route off on me, and that started the trend. And he started dropping up the field with like short passes and I think he actually got a rushing touchdown on me too. But I still wasn't worried because the score that he got, I got 2 more scores. So I just wanted to end the game, on a strong note, just to get ready for the bowl. And I got the dub and I was happy about it.
Hey, your perfect season going into the Super Bowl with an undefeated record and your season 1 champion. I mean, it was actually the perfect storm, and it was an excellent performance. Good game to watch. Then we move over to the NFC. We have season 2 champ versus I want to say he was Madden 11 champion. Season 3 or 4, but. The Redskins coming in Seattle, this was an important game for him because this is probably the deepest he's gone in several seasons, and the chance to get to the NFC Championship was big. And this was Matt's chance to go to the Super Bowl and get a back-to-back championship for the first time for him. So we kind of wanted to see.
And get back for the first loss, Trank. Don't forget the back for the first loss in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, get back there from losing to the Super Bowl in season 1.
Yeah,
because Harris stopped your back-to-back Super Bowls for winning season 1. So why don't you tell us what happened in this game, Seattle, Washington?
This was actually like a good game. He played very, very good. He actually had a chance late. Like the score showed you, he was up in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just when second half comes and I make up my mind what I'm going to do for the rest of the game, that's when I feel like nobody can stop me. Once I feel like, and at that point it was 14-16. He ended up getting a late field goal, like right before the half. He played it very well. It was a very well played, drive to get a field goal at the end. So. He did a real good job. But like I said, the second half, I just, turned it on all the way. And it's just over at that point. Once I realize what I'm going to really do in my head and, all right, this is what it's going to be. This is the rhythm of the game. Then that's when I feel like I can't be stopped.
Well, you look like you performed well, regardless of the competition. And you ended up going to your second Super Bowl in Madden 20. And potential for back-to-back, and you ended up playing the guy that beat you in season 1.
Third Super Bowl.
What's really interesting is that I think season 1, Matt went into, just put some background in it, Matt went into season 1, I believe, undefeated as well. He was 16.
I wasn't undefeated.
No, he lost the deal.
I lost the deal.
He was 15-1.
Yeah. Damn, you for real? Who does that?
I can't believe it either, bro. I can't believe it either.
Okay, well, hey. Broke the clock right twice a day. It's okay.
Hey, Billups, everybody can't be you, man. I can't beat them like you can. Sometimes, my bad. I got next time I'm gonna take some tips from you.
He about to take somebody off the screen. Watch.
But this Super Bowl was really, really close, and it looked like the Super Bowl was close all the way to the end. So what happened?
You want to go ahead, Mac?
I mean,
you going over the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
you're in the Super Bowl right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
First, I want to know. One thing I want to know from just the panel: how did y'all feel about the Super Bowl? Did y'all enjoy it?
That was interesting. Yeah, I want to know that too.
I ain't care. Whatever.
Are you kidding me? Did we enjoy it?
No, it was a good game. It was a,
Drinks, you didn't even see it, man.
I
Hold on,
watched
great
that.
game.
I watched that. I put that on my big screen TV. And the headset I had Tiger, Bullock. I think that was it. And then we was watching the game. And I think at the very beginning, you was on the headset with Matt, were you, Harris?
I turned my mic on. I didn't know it was going to put me into the chat with him. And then I asked him, like, can you hear me? He was like, yeah, I can hear you. I said, oh, I don't want to talk to you.
Right. Tiger kept on saying, like, hey, get out the chat room with Matt. He going to get your head.
I mean, either way, you're going to hear him regardless. So I just muted my mic, so I could say my stuff to myself.
Yeah. But watching your game made me sit back and realize, and I told you this, Matt, that, Madden 2019, I dominated that game. In Madden 20, y'all two dominate this game with all the adjustments you make, before snaps and then after snaps, all these moves y'all do. And I'm not there yet. Like y'all playing Mortal Kombat on a Madden field. For me, that was like one of the best Super Bowls to watch. And I'm yelling at the TV like it's a freaking real game. I even had my dad here watching the game with me. So
he enjoyed it too.
Yeah. But then, of course, he asked me, "It was like, why you not in the Super Bowl?" I'm like,
"Oh, damn."
Well, I'll tell you, to have the game come down to 4 points, 31-28, Seattle over the Chargers. I mean,
3 points.
That's 3 points.
3 points. I'm sorry, my math is not too good.
Yeah.
I got dinner waiting for me upstairs. But I mean, those are the type of Super Bowls we won. And I think Harris told me this was the score of the season 1 Super Bowl, wasn't it?
It was the exact score of the season 1 Super Bowl. Yep.
Just the other way around. So
yeah.
Matt ended up getting a back-to-back Super Bowl, but there was something special that happened at the end of the game, though. What was that? I forget because I didn't see it.
I mean, honestly, I believe we should talk about the whole. I believe we should talk about the whole game because it was.
Yeah, go ahead.
To me, that game was a chess match between the both of us. I mean, it's never a dull moment when me and Matt play. He knows my tendencies. He knows what I do. But then when we meet together, something like this, like it's new material we have to bring.
Yeah.
So it's like I mean, I might make something but the same, but it's actually not the exact same thing. I was running actually the first game we played, I ran the 3-4 bear QB contain cover 1. And that was significantly stopping his, that particular formation he used to run all the time. And it actually wasn't the 2 tight end set. It was a 1 tight end in that particular formation, right? Mm-hmm. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was just shifted that side in that game. This year, he had the strong age wing, stretch alert lookie, and that's 2 tight ends. So I had to come out of the 3-4 bear, but this time I ran a zone instead of man to man. So it was kind of the same look, but it wasn't. It's just the constant adjustments we have to make. I mean, like I did last time, I was labbing all day, watching film all day. So it was he got up early on me because of a mistake I made. That was a dumb pick. I should have thrown it to the guy underneath. But
so let me tell you, like I watched that game every morning ever since I played it. Like it's so brilliant. Like the things I was doing, I just look at I just see like, dang, that was good. He's just so nice with this game. But so what happened? The first, like I kicked the field goal, US stopped me. That was good. Kicked the field goal. So next drive, your drive, you go down, you run it. Melvin torching me. Melvin is torching me. And you end up throwing a pick, which I knew was going to happen. You don't have Phillip Rivers no more, and I always tell you this. It's going to happen. So, threw the pick, got it back, Desmond King, which was the MVP, by the way, pick 6.
Right, yeah.
So then after that, you ended up scoring. Melvin torched me again. I for some reason, I couldn't stop the run. So, I'm like, okay, how can I stop this dude? So I ended up, what did I do? I ended up getting a nice run. I'm going to post it too because I did him so dirty. But I ended up getting
Todd Gurley.
Yeah, I ended up getting a nice run with Todd
I got
Gurley.
you though. That's how I made that shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he did tackle me, but I was like at the 2-yard line at that point. So then I just, ran it in 17, 17-7 at that point. Yeah. And then you ended up going down, and I think you scored again. How did you score?
I think Eckler.
You did. You scored. You scored with Eckler. Eckler went right up the middle. Stupid me. Why did I even come down? But anyway, Eckler right up the middle. All right, so I get the ball again. It's 14-17 at this point. What happened?
I think it passed to Julio. I think.
No. So it was a pass to Julio, but I was in the strong H wing. I was in that formation, and you were playing down. You were playing on the tight end. I was going across the field.
Right.
Julio was going over top, and he ended up getting the touchdown. Yep.
Hey, wait. On that play though, we heard you in your headset. You was like, he's in the cover 4. I'm gonna get Julio over top. And I'm talking to Tiger. I was like, he ain't gonna do this. Sure enough, that play you called it before you even press height.
Yeah,
and sure enough, over top touchdown. I'm like,
he called it shot for sure, which is really impressive.
Nah, it's just I see certain. I know he knows.
Listen to these Madden guys talk.
It was a great game, man. It was a great game.
But Harris knows my place. He knows where I like to go, and I practice these things because I know he knows that's where I want to go. So when he pulls the safety down, I know I'm gonna have that over the top. It's just I know that's what's gonna happen when you want to cover 4. And I thought the blitz was coming, by the way, so that's why.
I need to figure out. I don't trust blitzing you like that no more.
so then after that, man, he ended up torching me, man. He ended up getting the ball back, scoring.
A couple screen plays.
And then I got the ball. That's when I did the Julio. Yeah, I hate screens, man. You ended up getting the ball back like right before half and scored, and it made me so mad because I didn't score none in the second half. I didn't score not 1 point in the second half. Like so,
a lot of
ended
defense.
up scoring, and then after, he ended up scoring in the third quarter, right when he got the ball, and then after that, it was just defense and
a lot of defense on both.
He had ended up getting a fumble. He had ended up getting a fumble from Derwin James, Chris Carson.
Yep.
Driving, ended up getting a fumble going down. And then I think he had punted it or something like that. And then he basically ended up getting a ball all the way at the end of the game. He's driving, and he throws the ball to Eckler in the middle. Bobby Wagner lights up, and we win the Super Bowl.
I'm so mad at Eckler, man. I'm mad I can't even cut him either. I won't even get no money from cutting him. I can't even trade him. I'm gonna get a penalty. I don't save nothing from cutting him.
Yeah, but other than that though, it was a great game, and for it to be that close, minimal scoring in the half, just hella defense in the half versus all the offense that was in the first half. It was an excellent performance by 2 consummate champions. So definitely look forward to season 4 and the draft, and to see what happens, see whose teams still stay together, who loses people, because right now, so everyone knows, that's where we're in right now. We're in the off-season bidding part of the season. So, Dill, that's pretty much the playoffs. So we're here at the off-season now.
Yes. So let me change.
I have a bit of news too, by the way. So
do you want to talk about which teams are still available as of right now, if any at all?
Yes.
Sure. We can use that. Let's see if does anyone know offhand? Because we have 29 owners. I know the Panthers are available because that owner literally just left and will not be back for season 4 or 5 if we have one. It's not the Colts.
The Colts, we just got a new owner.
Okay, yeah.
His name.
Reese something or other. Reese.
Okay. Jaguars? Is it the Jaguars?
Yeah, Colts. I mean, Jaguars, Panthers. Who else?
Falcons.
Is that it?
Falcons.
Jaguars, Panthers, Falcons. There you
Falcons.
go. Those are the 3. Those are 3 teams that are open. If anyone who's watching who's not in the league wants to join, or if anyone in the league has someone can fill that spot. You okay?
Yeah, no, I just remember something. Go ahead.
Now I have a bit of news. We had a vote put up in this offseason.
What?
We had a vote put up, and the vote actually, there were enough people who voted for the vote to go through.
What?
Facts.
Oh, it's on now.
The vote that we put up. The vote that we put up was we have something called a rivals list. I was laughing at Isaiah. Yeah. So we have a rivals list. Essentially, if me and Matt are rivals, when Matt and I play, we don't really have to worry about the score, or because we have a rule in the league. If you're up by 22 points or more in the fourth quarter, the only scores you can have will be field goals. You can't score any other way. So, and you'll get penalized if you did. I actually got penalized for it. So, what we try to do is allow people to put up to 6 people on the rivals list. So whenever you're playing these people, you don't have to worry about the score. You can just play naturally to whatever happens. And most people who are on the rivals list ain't worried about the score anyway. I know I can slow the game down even if I'm losing and just get out of there. I'm not going to let somebody blow me out. So I earlier in the maybe season 1 or season 2 had posted that rivals were playoff rules were rivals rules, and that was incorrect. And I had to be reminded by Hosian, who's down here, that hey, it's not in the rules, so we gotta enforce the rules. I was like, you know what, then we have to get this rule changed. So I put it up for a vote, and we got, last I checked, we got 25. I don't think this is the first time, but it's the first time in a long time.
The first time I remember,
Has it been in the last 4 years I've been in the league? I ain't seen it in the past.
Right. And I've been in the league since 2015. I ain't seen it. Thanks for calling that out, Mike.
we got 25 owners to vote, and in order for any rule change to happen, it has to be 75% of the owners vote for the rule change, or it won't happen. And we got 25 out of 29 owners to vote. So the rule will pass. Going forward, well, Hosian will eventually make the adjustment to the Constitution, but going forward, all playoff games will be rivals games. So you don't have to worry about benching people. You don't have to worry. You can do what you want to do in the playoffs. But I advise you, just because you got another playoff game, if you're winning like that, to bench them anyway. If you're foolish enough to keep them in there, an injury is the worst thing that can happen to you. So just I figured we make that rule as an announcement, because that was pretty big. I was surprised. We were on like 12 or 11 or like 15 for a while, and then all of a sudden I looked, and it already had 25 players. So I was proud to see that. See the guys participating in the votes.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
Goes down in the playoffs.
As a member of the league, I was very proud to see people add input into the league and the rules. I think we have great commissioners that put forth some excellent rules and regulations into our Constitution. But one thing I respect about them, they're not arbitrarily just making every decision. They put it out to we can make amendments at any point. And I think that this is, like I said, this is the first time I've seen that level of activity from all of our owners out there. I think almost everybody actually did vote. And this is one of those leagues that your vote, truly does count. So if you feel a certain way, at all, don't hesitate to reach out, create a poll. If you don't know how to do it, reach out to another owner, but get a poll out there. And then, like I said, anything can happen. So.
Yeah, proud of the league. I think the last I looked, it was 27 owners, so I'm sure the other 2 owners voted. I'm pleased that, 1, the vote passed because I agree with the change, and 2, just the participation, because regardless of what rule changes, it's your league. It's not my league. Even though I'm commissioner, I only have 1 vote and I'm only 1 owner. You guys are the ones. If you lobby the right people, you can get any rule changed, and I'm happy to see that everyone cared enough about the rules to vote. And I'm happy that rule. That was a significant rule change.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Good job, league. And actually, it's a lot of activity going on in this league. I think more than in the past. So
a lot of damn trades.
A lot of trades. By the way, about trades, that trade that Billups put up is gold.
What was it? What was the trade, by the way?
That's a good trade, man. That's a good trade, man. I like that trade.
Me and Dio had talked about it earlier today over lunch. And he was considering, like, he has like as a lottery team, he has one of the later picks, of the non-playoff teams. He was trying to figure out ways to move up the draft board. So we talked about a trade, of his starting quarterback Baker Mayfield and OBJ. He was
Why are we entertaining this?
Winner.
Why are we entertaining this?
A proven winner, Phillip Rivers, who's a former FNG champion, from season 1, and some meaningless draft picks, to help perpetrator's team getting a top, draft pick. So I thought it was a great trade. We had talked about it. We mutually agreed upon it. I guess now he's reneging. So
He's muted. Whatever, man. Screw it. I can't.
Yeah, he was talking real sophisticated. Like he meant it.
I'll tell you, my head almost spun around in a circle when I saw it. I was like, what?
Yeah, the same division too? Like, what?
Right. That was too close to home. Yeah. So, a lot of action in the league, man. Everybody doing their trades and putting it in. Something else happened.
Rule change, new owners, new champion. Seahawks are the new FNG champion.
Yeah, congratulations to Matt. Excellent job. By far, I'm getting background from you. But by far, Harris and Matt, like I said before, y'all taking y'all game to another level. Which as a league, we need to get to y'all level. I've been there before. I know what it feels like, and I'm watching y'all game like I can't beat these dudes. I'm gonna try, but y'all doing some amazing stuff in your game, and what's his name just said it too. Like y'all talk like Madden gods. Y'all remember each play. All the audibles, everything. Y'all doing an excellent job. Keep it up, man, and definitely Madden 2020 belongs to y'all too.
You don't know my name now? I'm just what's the name?
That's your name, Dirk.
Hey, man, he's sending you backstage. Yeah,
Anyway, no, but man,
y'all treatment over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say it enough. Y'all doing an excellent job in this league, man, and it's good to watch greatness. It is. So excellent job. Off-season stuff. So we're in the first week of free agency.
Yep. 10 p.m. We advance to week 2 of it.
Right.
That was Nash talking about.
What?
All right, Nash. All right. Okay. Wait till you get on the mic on the game. I got you. I'm gonna roast you. I'm definitely gonna roast
you. So guys, please get on for like 5 minutes, whatever. Hit the free agency up and advance tonight at 10 p.m.
I had a question about free agency.
Yep.
So
there are a lot of players out there.
Can you sign people all the way up?
Everyone needs to put a bid in if you got money to spend, because there are quality players out there.
And one I'm not going to get thanks to Nash.
Yeah. I mean, this league is notorious for being cutthroat when it comes to players you want. Somebody put a bid out on them. Oh, no, you can't have that. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I'm going to put that money on there. And we've seen.
Put money on the books.
I want to say the highest contract I've ever seen is like it was close to $300 million for Tony Gonzalez. This is years ago. So it can get
what?
It can get ridiculous.
Marcus Mariota, who's a quarterback now, I think of the Colts.
Correct.
I think it's a $350 million quarterback right now in our league.
Yeah.
I thought it was $250
in our league.
No, actually, it's the Vikings QB.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
My homeboy.
Yeah. Well,
he's a high paid.
I think he got $40+ million for like 4 years or 5 years. So I think it's per year might be greater. But I thought Mariota got a ridiculous contract. I thought
Mariota was $250. Mahomes is $271 exactly. And Mariota
is $250 million.
Wait, Mariota was to the Colts that he went to?
Yeah.
Colts.
Yeah, $250 million exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
$110 million signing bonus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That made somebody call.
Yeah, Mahomes has a $271 million with a $133 million bonus. Insanity.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Cool.
Yeah, go ahead. What you say?
I have a question about free agency. So can you put a bid in all the way up until like 9:59, or is there like a certain time where you have?
Either way, they're maximizing what they're getting out of those players. Well, hopefully, the Colts are able to do it this year. I saw I put them on the captain's list. I'm proud to see that.
You probably can't hear Cole, can you, Tranks?
Mm-mm.
because he just had a question about it. But you can put a bid in whatever time you want. Honestly, all
The
the way up to
deadline
10
for your
o'clock.
bids is
I'm sorry, Frank. I want to see if Cole can hear you now. So go ahead. My bad.
Can
Go
you hear
ahead.
me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Cause that was
Can
my
you hear me
question.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you. That was
Everyone?
my question.
No? Yes?
I hear you.
The deadline is 10 o'clock, but I wouldn't wait till 10 o'clock because Madden moves slow, loads bad. You know, hey, you need to Mariota for MVP, whatever it's saying.
Paycheck.
Can you
Get a
guys hear
couple,
Tranks? I can't hear Tranks.
get your bids in. Get your bids in ASAP because there's quality players, and you'd hate to have another Julio Jones situation where a guy just puts a quick bid out for Julio and just gets him, a quality player like that.
There's 2 X factors in free agency right now.
Supplement and make your draft so you don't have to get a whole lot. Got free agents, plenty of quality players up there waiting to be picked up.
There's 2 X factors in free agency.
Yeah, a lot of it's good. Yeah. You want to have a lot of that in free agency.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm struggling, man. I ain't got no money. I need players.
I don't either, man.
I see y'all Madden 2021. I'm just along for the ride right now.
You saying, so you quitting and coming back, or
You said what?
Or you gonna stay? Are you gonna stay and fight it out?
I can't hear.
Oh yeah. I'm fighting. I'm gonna fight it out, man. I'm
10-4.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight. I ain't gonna quit. Yeah, I'm only in one league, so I'm definitely gonna fight it out. But I ain't got no money. Yeah, what's his name? Odell. Yeah, if you want Odell, come get him, Billups.
You say that every season, but you never trade him. You always talk about trading him.
I know. I can't. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got. Anything else on y'all end?
No, got everything that we needed off. 10 p.m. advance. Anything else, Ocean, that we missed?
No, you guys covered it pretty much. Good job.
Yep. So after, draft. Now I haven't been getting hit up about draft being at noon on Saturday. Any way that could be moved?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. You were breaking up.
I said I got hit up about the draft being at noon on Saturday. Any way that could be moved, or that's already locked in?
Well, Saturday was chosen because it gives us an opportunity to start the league pretty much within the same week. I mean, within the same day. Everybody pretty much has 12 hours to prepare their team. And Saturday evening, we advance, and we can get the league started so we can get this 5th season in. I know we're in the 4th season, but we start delaying these advances. Hossein put a really good schedule together, and we start delaying these advances. Then we start pushing the 5th season further out. And, people want to get it done. We're trying to move as fast as we can. We're getting trades approved fast. We're getting the draft to go start fast and end fast. So, what day is it today? Thursday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It would take a vote to change that, man, because everybody's already started making scheduling for that. I mean, it's on a Saturday when a majority of people are off. And if you're in the league long enough, the draft is important to take a couple hours off of your business day to get your draft in and just leave when you're done. You know what I mean? Because if you invest time in this league, you want to be there for the draft because the draft is a major opportunity to supplement your players.
Yeah, I think I don't know, and I respect, like I said, it's a lot of time and great job, Halcyon, and for putting a schedule together. I don't know what the dynamic is. I know typically most of our advancements are in the evening. Drafts are typically in the evening. I know Saturday is probably more likely an off day for most people, but I know it's not one for everybody. It makes no sense to change the time if all it does is creates problems for someone else. So I don't know who all plans on being in the draft, but let's say we get 20 people who plan on being at the draft and they can make it at 12 o'clock. It makes no sense to move it to 4 o'clock and only 12 can make it now. So,
exactly.
So it's a tough thing from a scheduling standpoint to find something that's going to accommodate 32 owners. But at the same time, just trying to, I think we got to just kind of voice it out. In my opinion, and just kind of see what makes the most sense. But like I said, it doesn't make sense to change it. And then I think sometimes you get situations where people have an issue with a time or something, and then they're not going to vote anyway, or they're not going to draft anyway. So it's no point of of having any issue whatsoever. So I think we got to just make sure we speak up, and then what can be done. We'll see what we can accommodate.
Yeah. All right.
I just try to do the schedule as fast as I could. So draft is always going to be one that's difficult to do because it's hard to accommodate everyone unless we do a vote, which we can always do. But then you always have the problem that no one votes.
Yep.
So
And, I tell you, who's most important for that scheduling? Who has to be off on those days? The guy above me and me. Those are really what determines when the draft is going to be because we control the draft. We start the draft. We end the draft. If there's a technical problem, we could, we're the ones that have to field it. So generally, when we do it, it's whatever most convenient for the two of us. Power comes as privilege, I guess. But we try to keep it similar to what we did, and we were trying to be as accommodating as possible with the league to keep the league rolling because we've been rolling. We got the playoffs done in quicker than a week. So we're just trying to get it, as flexible as possible and efficient as possible.
Facts, Dorian. Facts. Working like the true NFL. Yes, sir. All right. Great show, fellas. Love to see y'all Saturday at noon for the draft. If you want, usually we get on the draft, we get on the headset, and we just talk.
Be in a party like watching the game. Yeah.
Oh man, the trash talk is funny.
Yeah, it is. And we'll talk about you pick somebody.
Be like, you reached.
You dummy.
And Tiger's gonna draft. He's gonna draft the one arm offensive line like he always does.
Yep. Yeah, Tiger's always guaranteed the top.
Tiger's fun to have in those conversations.
Right. Yep. So, all right, fellas, excellent show. Y'all be safe out there.
Congratulations, Matt.
Yeah,
excellent season.
Yeah, congrats, Matt.